All right, cuts are starting to happen, and the Lions get a gift from the Eagles, of all people. Here it is. At the time of this recording, a couple surprises. Hendon Hooker is released. And so Hendon Hooker's gone. Ian Kennelly, we'll get back to that one. Agude was another one, a little surprising. Poor Tom Kennedy. I mean, geez. But you know what's weird? We'll get back to that in just a second. Let me get all back to that. Here's the gift that the Lions were given is that Hooker's gone. We have 2 quarterbacks on the roster. And the Eagles released Kyle McCord. Now, hang with me on this one. Kyle McCord, the Lions could carry 3, or they could try to get him in to be in the practice squad if he clears waivers. But the point is, this is a rookie, 22 years old, did good things in training camp and even moved ahead of DTR, but then struggled in the preseason games. If McCord clears waivers, he'll be a free agent and able to sign anywhere. Even though he didn't make the 53-man roster, they may be able to get him back on the practice squad and continue to develop him. It feels like the Lions need a developmental piece or something because Carson Wentz, gone. Dude, Sam Howell traded to the Eagles. I don't think quarterback is we ride or die with Goff. Like, we know that now. It's just like, this is what we're going to have to do. But at the same time, do we sign like a young guy? Do we try to replace? Because again, remember, Hendon Hooker's like 29 years old. Kyle McCord, 22 years old, rookie, bounced around, went to Ohio State, then Syracuse. Then, it's like, is there something there? He is going to get released, and that's the thing we forget about this is there's some really good players going to not make the roster. Remember, it's 53 men. It's not that many. That's 2 deep on each side. That's 44, right? Yeah, that's 44 players, a couple specialists. Now you're up 45. It's 10 more after that. So, I mean, I'm just saying there's a lot of good players that could be released. Now, going back to the Lions, and let me know in the comments on that. Am I just like way out of bounds? Like, dude, Kyle McCord sucks. What are we doing? Or it's like, no, let's get a young guy in here again. I think it's important to develop. It's the most important position. And it's like, all right, we're just going to roll with Kyle Allen. I go back and forth myself between it's ride or die with Jared Goff, or I also think it's the most important position. Why not have 3 guys that you're constantly working with? Right now we have 2. We could get a practice squad guy. We got to find somebody else. Hendon Hooker, we are just saying, see ya. Good luck out there, man. So Hendon Hooker, goodbye. This is the one that's interesting to me. Tom Kennedy. Every year, he's right on the bubble. We're all rooting for him. He kind of makes it, kind of his practice squad. He's right on the bubble. This is the first year. Maybe Tom Kennedy's getting older. He's been around forever. Maybe he's getting older, but not even close. It shows our high-level talent. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Of course, we know our top guys, but then you bring in Tesla, where it's just like head and shoulders above. Meeks, our main guys. I mean, it's just like this is the easiest Tom Kennedy cut of all the years we've been doing this, where it's like, Tom Kennedy, is he going to make it? Love him. Another one is Anthony Pittman. He was a starting dude there for a minute, right? Anthony Pittman. And if you go to linebacker, let me see if I can find it quick. Yeah. Anthony Pittman was like special teams guy. And look at how much better Zach Cunningham, Grant Stewart, those guys right there. I mean, see ya, Pittman. Dan Campbell said it. This is the top to bottom, the best roster he's had since he's been here. And you look at it, and it's like, yeah, absolutely. Ian Kennelly. Now, this is interesting because if you go down to safety, it'll be interesting to see who we keep and what we're doing there. But it looked like this was going to be the 4. They love Lauren Strickland, but maybe we go 3 safeties, and we know that, like, I mean, Amik Robertson can play safety, or Rock Yassin or something. I'm curious what we're doing there. Maybe we just carry 3 safeties and find some other guys elsewhere to kind of fill in for safety. That's the only thought I have there. Defensive tackle. Man. Broderick Martin by, Miles Adams by, Chris Smith by, and then it might be these guys right here, Pat O'Connor maybe buy, and we go 4 or 5. DJ Reader there, thank you. D tackle might be one where we keep an extra guy, like where we're, where we don't have somebody at safety. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. As we're starting to see the cuts are starting to happen over the next 2 days. You have to cut. Geez, so many guys. 33 more have to be cut based on what I just showed you. It's like, dang. That's a lot of meetings. That's a lot of come on in and just what do you say, man? Hey, it's not going to work this year for you. You're gonna be cut. That's tough. But I was looking it up. Let me just I can't remember, but it's like what do players make in training camp? It's kind of nice. Like $3,000 a week, and then first year players make $1,800 a week. So training camp started back in like the last week of July. So it's 5 weeks, making $2,000. It's not that much. Never mind. I was thinking it was more. It's about $2,000 a week. Let's just call it that. So 2,000, 6 weeks. Dang. Okay. Well, at least you got a little money, and you're not paying for anything while you're there, right? Like food's provided. Especially you got to live somewhere, but dang. I thought it was more than that. I thought it was $5,000 a week. All right. Stick around a little bit. So that's why making the team is crazy. You either go from like, all right, you are no longer on the team to, your contract kicks in, you make a minimum of $800,000. It's like, dude, just make the team. Like Craig Reynolds. I always think of him. Cookstown State or whatever he's from. Makes the team, kind of makes the team in 21, makes it again. He's going to make it again. It's like, dude, just 1 year at a time, baby. And just be in the league for 6 years, making $1 million a year. That's it. He's done. And you got to believe him. Guys are so much smarter than they've ever been with money, and the information's out there, and you just know, like, okay, the numbers are out there. Like I'm a mid-range player. I'm probably going to play for 5 years. I got to just save and invest and just be smart about this, because at some point this is going to end. But yeah, so love it. That's why it's such a big deal. If you make the team, don't make the team, the whole thing. So again, looking at this, the latest information at the time of this recording is that Hendon Hooker is like not even a surprise, though. You know what I mean? It's like we're not even really talking about it. It's just like, see ya, man. Didn't work. Thought it might be. Thought you'd be Michael Penix. You know what I mean? Like both of you guys were like shooting for the Heisman, slinging the ball all over the place, and we thought you were basically going to heal up and be Michael Penix, but you're slow. You're slow. That's the word I use, slow. Okay, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see all of you on the next one.